Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video today. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, Tesla has dropped the price of full self-driving by a massive $4,000. Pretty crazy with the new pricing and what it is. And it kind of doesn't make sense now for some people to get full self-driving. And we'll talk about that and with the math on that and all the different things. But before we get into any of that, let's roll that intro really quick. And don't forget that like button definitely supports. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where we can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. And shout out to my latest Patreon member, Moro. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. And all live streams are partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan, but more on that later. Breaking news, Tesla has dropped the price of full self-driving to $8,000. It was a massive $12,000. I would love to see what the take rate of that full self-driving. Who's buying a $12,000 full self-driving package when a Model 3 is like what, $33,000 after the tax rate, or $29,000 if you ask Elon for a brand new Model Y. And so $12,000 on a $33,000 car kind of doesn't make makes any sort of sense. It doesn't pencil, right? So, but now at $8,000, it still kind of does not make any sort of sense. Tesla has also gotten rid of the enhanced autopilot, which was $6,000. And my take on this, it's kind of funny, and maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I personally, you guys kind of all know that I've always been on the fence on full self-driving. At $100 a month, I could see it making sense if you're going to be doing a lot of driving or road trips. But enhanced autopilot was actually a package that I kind of half thought about at like $6,000, or the old price. Still was expensive, but it did have like auto lane change, which is a very beneficial package when you're driving on the highway in autopilot. Like what that does is, instead of like kicking it out of autopilot and then making the lane change and then throwing it back into autopilot, auto lane change keeps you in autopilot the whole time, so you do not have to throw it out of autopilot. I would say that could be worth something. Maybe it's worth $500, but maybe not like the $2,000 or $6,000 that it was. But now that full self-driving is down to $8,000, I think Tesla should make that enhanced autopilot package back and charge like $1,000 for it, or like $2,000. Maybe $2,000 is still a little bit high for me, but this is what I would pay for it if I had the chance to like pay for these items a la carte in the full self-driving package. I would say auto lane change is pretty beneficial. Auto park is kind of a party trick. Summons actually can be beneficial. I've used it more times than I've used some of the other ones. It's smart summons, maybe not. Auto steer on city streets, I could see that. And also traffic light sign control as well. But really the biggest thing actually is going to be auto lane change and these summons, where you can just move forward and backward, because sometimes you get into these tight parking lot spaces where it'd be nice just to push a button and it just pulls forward for you, so that you can get in the vehicle and not just try to have to like squeeze in between the parking lot situations and things like that. And so I would say they should create a separate enhanced autopilot, maybe a lower version than that, and charge like $1,000 for it. But now it is now down to a $8,000 purchase price for full self-driving, which is kind of an interesting one, because right now also on top of that, you can get that $100 subscription for full self-driving. And so it's kind of weird in a sense that if you own a car for like 5 years and pay $100 a month, that's only $6,000. So does it make sense to pony up to get to that $8,000? I'm not too exactly sure on that. Let me know what you guys think down below in the description. The funny thing with this is that full self-driving actually has been cheaper than this. When we bought our 2019 Tesla Model 3, Model 3, that Model 3 had full self-driving. We paid $6,000 for full self-driving. Then it went up to $7,000, and then I think it went up to $8,000 and then $12,000. So full self-driving could be a lower price in the future at $6,000. Of course, maybe we'll get more people to actually buy it, but it was $6,000 a long time ago I guess not a long time ago, but 2019. On top of that, if you already have enhanced autopilot, you only have to pay $2,000 more. Only have to pay $2,000 for full self-driving capability. So that could be a good deal. I could see that making some sense because you've already invested so much money on it. So I could see that making some sense to pay the $2,000. And this is the big losers right here. Everybody that owns a Tesla Cybertruck, because we all paid a $20,000 markup, we'll call it, for Foundation Series when full self-driving was valued at $12,000. Now that it's $8,000, kind of, maybe a little bit of a saltiness there, but certainly we all paid that markup, and now it is a bigger markup than it was before for the Foundation Series. And the biggest thing with this is that no Cybertruck has autopilot and no Cybertruck has full self-driving at the moment. So really the biggest, we'll call it a slap in the face, is the Cybertruck owners for sure. But certainly definitely some interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. Prices are fluctuating like crazy. I think Elon is on a warpath right now. It seems from what we're seeing is that he's back at Tesla trying to call the shots and try to figure out how they can ramp up sales. We've seen 3 things that have happened this past couple days regarding like the Tesla ecosphere. We saw those price drops for Model Y, Model S, and Model X by $2,000. We saw full self-driving decrease by $4,000, and we also saw the Tesla referral program basically evaporate as well by the end of this month. So certainly a lot of changes happening right now in the Tesla's ecosphere, I guess. So certainly if you're looking to purchase a Tesla, if you can wait, I would say wait it out and see what's going to be happening in the near future for buying a Tesla. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we get into our next topic, we all love saving money, right? And we hate overpaying. That's why I'm excited to be partnering with Mint Mobile for our daily live streams. How much are you paying for your mobile plan? And what do you actually get? Speed, coverage, data access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, and mobile hotspot even? Well, Mint offers all of these features for as low as $15 a month. They're built on the nation's largest 5G network and keep costs low because they can sell directly to you online and cut out the retail stores and salespeople. Switching is easy now with digital SIM cards. I just switched my second line to Mint and I did it all online without going into a store. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a brand new SIM card for absolutely free. Don't be duped. Go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, and stop paying more than you have to for your phone plan. It only takes 15 minutes. And right now, new customers can get any plan for just $15 a month when they purchase 3 months or more, and that includes the unlimited plan, which is normally $30 a month. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get back to the next topic. Thank you for that, everyone. Eric, thanks for coming in. Dean, Gordon, Hugh, Blueberry, Jeff, thanks for coming in. Alexander, Phoenix, David, and Yassine, thank you for all coming in. Thanks for hitting the like button. Really goes a long way. I really feel like if you hit the like button right away, it actually helps with the stream and everything like that. So definitely thank you for everybody that's supported and all that stuff. We're going to figure out what we're going to do for a giveaway. Probably in May, we're going to kick off another giveaway. And on top of that, Southern California area, if you don't have anything to do this coming Saturday, we will be at Bespoke Design Lab. They're doing a SoCal EVs event with Tesla, SoCal, F the Pump, Tesla SoCal, Club SoCal, and all that stuff, and also EV mobile charging. So definitely, if you're interested, Smart Plug EV, if you're interested in coming out, definitely come out to this event. We'll be there, and we'll probably add another prize as well. We just did another cool prize where I put on my thing, like first person that comes up to me that says a code word got a nice prize. And shout out to Sherwin for actually coming up to us and finding us, and he got a Cybertruck hoodie. So we're going to do something just like this at this next coming event. I just realized we didn't even have it posted posted up here. So if you're interested, if you're in the area, if you want to come by, come out to Bespoke Design Lab in Walnut, California. We will be there this coming Saturday. In this next topic, tons of discounts happened just recently in the US market, but we're going to talk about the upcoming discount for the Model 3 Highland. I personally think this is going to be happening very, very soon because we've now got inventory and things like that. So let's talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So this is why Tesla has cut the prices of all trims for Model S, Model 3, which is the brand new Model 3, X and Y in China by around $2,000, specifically $1,970. This is crazy. This is interesting because this includes the brand new Model 3 Highland in China, which, of course, as you know, released a few months or at least 3 to 4 months before the US market. So I think that's why Tesla hasn't done any price drops in the US yet. I think it's still too new for the Model 3 Highland in the US. And on top of that, we've also got this ludicrous that's on the cusp coming out as well, the Model 3 Performance. So maybe they're trying to time that with all 3 vehicles at the same time, reducing the ludicrous, and then also adjusting the prices on the older or the current Model 3 Highland. It seems like also in the Tesla market for the Europe market in France, Model 3 prices have been dropped by around $2,000 to $3,000 converted in France. So it seems like every other market that had the Model 3 Highland before us is getting a price adjustment or price drop. So that's why I personally feel like the Model 3 Highland long range or rear wheel drive is going to get an adjustment. And now that I think about it, it would be a great timing for the same time that the Model 3 Ludicrous gets adjusted or released at the same time, because then they can kind of adjust all the prices down just a little bit. So I personally think there's going to be a $1,000 to $2,000 price adjustment to the Model 3 Highland, but who knows? I mean, really that we're just kind of making some speculations right now, because the only thing we can see is that you can find brand new Model 3 Highlands in inventory, the new one, both the standard range and the long range. So certainly this could be shaping up to a climate where there's going to be tons of inventory. And when there's a good amount of inventory, that's when Tesla likes to drop prices. But either way, there's crazy deals that are happening right now. Shout out to Tesla Flex, Brandon, for posting this. If you're in the Colorado area, it definitely makes sense to lease or buy a Tesla, specifically because Colorado gives you a $5,000 rebate for an electric vehicle purchase under $80K. Actually, it makes sense to get like a Model X. But shout out to Brandon, quote, I could lease this Model 3 for $360 a month for 24 months, but it gets better. With that $5,000 rebate, it would effectively make his payment down to $151 a month. A crazy deal, especially in the California or Colorado area specifically. And on top of that, another interesting post, Model Y Performance is currently the least expensive it has ever been in the US at $51,490 or $44,000 after the $7,500 federal tax credit. We can see this by taking a look at the Tesla price history tracking charts for Model 3 Performance. It's this row right here. And you can see, yes, the Model 3 Performance has never been that low. And what's really interesting is that the Model Y Performance was as high as $70,000 as a base price. And now we're down, I don't even want to calculate what percentage drop that is, but going from 70K down to 51, or really actually 44 with that price tax credit adjusted. It is a crazy incentive and crazy price for this. And you can see here's another chart from Fun with Numbers. Tesla has cut the China Model 3 and Model Y prices on each variant, Norway, Germany, and France Model 3 as well. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. I certainly think a Model 3 Highland price drop is coming, and it's probably going to be about the same as all the other models, about a $1,000 to $2,000 adjustment. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you support the channel. Get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. All right. Eric, full self-driving 4K about like it should be about 5K and EAP should be 1K. I could see that. Yeah, like full self-driving for 6K and maybe EAPA for 4K. I could see that. It should be 2K, Dean. Yeah, that'd be a crazy price. I mean, at full self-driving for $2,000, that would be a buy for sure. Gordon, when sells shares, it's not doing well. So maybe this week after the earnings call, it's definitely going to be even worse. Hugh, I missed the boat on Model Y purchase. I guess I'm waiting till the end of the quarter. What do you think? Yeah, you might as well. If you can wait till June at this point when we start to see hopefully some inventory discounts or a better interest rate, which I think is coming up. Blueberry, thanks for coming in. Jeff, Rivian over Tesla. Alexander, full self-driving should be a benefit on owning a Tesla. This is just a cash grab that is funding development. Ooh, I guess I see what you're saying there because it's all beta features, right? And that's really been my gripe with full self-driving. When I initially funded full self-driving and paid that $6,000, I didn't see any, well, I saw a little bit of the features, but I didn't see any of the features, and it was a lot of testing. We'll give it that. David, we got a Model 3 in September. We love the car very much. We would like to get one more Model Y. Is this a good time? Great question. I would say no. Yassine, is price going to drop in Canada? I would imagine so. Phoenix, you're so digging your channel. Thanks for coming in, Phoenix. Manuel, thanks for sharing all the information right away. No, thank you. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. Played, made 4,100 these last 2 weekends, renting my Cybertruck on Turo to Coachella Festival, people. Great hit there. I was thinking about doing something like that. I was actually thinking about going to Coachella with the Cybertruck and seeing all the reactions with that, but didn't structure or couldn't figure out how the plan or anything like that. But nice job with that, man, making 4,100. My question to you is that 4,100 after the fees, like net after everything, or was it 4,100 then minus Turo's fees and all that stuff after that? But still, nonetheless, great job. That's probably what, 2 monthly payments if you're financing it, or still a great profit at the end of the day on that. In this next topic, let's take a look at the prices of the Model 3 versus the Model Y analyzed, because now there's these most recent price drops. Let's take a look at it and see which one is the best deal. I mean, the answer is pretty easily defined, but let's take a look at it. But if you're just running in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So what we did was we took a look at Tesla Model 3 and Model Y inventory, and we tried to see what was the lowest price in our area to try and stack it between old Model 3, new Model 3, and also current Model Y inventory. Because yes, there's Model Y inventory discounts, but not really too many, and none of them that were notably lower than the lowest price. So let's take a look at it. So here is the actual chart. You can see across the board, this has kind of been the same story that it's been for a while. Model Y is the better deal at the moment. You can see going from a Model Y standard range down to a Model 3 standard range, the old one, you're going to pay more, but more about $4,100. Of course, that's including the $7,500 federal tax credit. But going from a Model Y to a Model 3 old one for the long range, you're going to pay more, actually. It's still almost $2,500. You can see the adjusted prices right here after the $7,500 federal tax credit. So nonetheless, either way, at the end of the day, both the Model Y versus the old one versus the new one is still going to be a better deal. So unless you do not qualify for the tax credit, then maybe you could go for the newer Model 3 Highland, but certainly Model Y across the board is going to be the best deal, especially because this $7,500 federal tax credit can be taken off the price of the vehicle so that you'd have less to finance and maybe even lesser down payment and things like that. But certainly Model Y inventory is still pretty high relative to all the other models. You can see this chart right here. This mustard line is the Model Y inventory. Purple and blue and pink are Model S, X, and 3, and so still Model Y still is up there. This big drop was a weird one, but I think it's because Tesla took away a lot of the inventory discounts that were available on Model Y, and that's why it dropped for whatever reason. But people are certainly upset with all these different price drops, whether it's Model Y going up, down, left, right in terms of pricing, and also the FSD going up, down, left, right. Like this post from Holmar's catalog where he talks about, I think if you had a monkey throw at a keyboard, it would come up with a pricing strategy for Tesla that would be more coherent than what we're seeing. Subscription prices will go up once we release FSD. Actually, we'll cut it. We're raising Model Y prices. Actually, no, now we're lowering them. So yeah, prices are all over the place for Tesla vehicles. It's kind of like, I guess, stocks, I guess. What goes up goes down, and a lot of different prices are hard to follow along with here. But Model Y prices are at the lowest, but this is kind of happening across the board with all different industries and all different manufacturers as well in terms of other different vehicles. Like this post right here, shout out to Zach, $27,000 discount on a brand new 2022 Ford Mustang Mach-E. But a couple things to unpack here. I mean, it's a 2022 Mach-E, which a new one at that. That's a very old inventory, almost 2 years old at this point. And you can see the MSRP here was $72,000. So this appears to be a way older pricing on this one, but still definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. We're going to jump into the live stream comments, but before we do that, water break. Played in net, nice hit. That's for sure a nice hit. Dang, I should have. That would have been a good one. I wonder. You were probably tracking your Cybertruck all the whole weekend. Where did it go? Did it go some interesting places? Beard, thoughts on buying pre-owned, certified pre-owned Teslas at this time? If it's under $25,000 and qualifies for the $4,000 EV tax credit, then yes, I would say go for it. Aaron, you would think Tesla would be much more aggressive with the pricing right now, especially with the drop in sales last quarter. What is Tesla doing? Yeah, I would say they're trying to be creative and trying to figure out how can they get this financing, get a more attractive payment and more incentives to try and get people to buy Teslas. They're trying what they can and probably testing things every moment as they go. Ryan, they got rid of enhanced autopilot. They should have kept it and lowered it to $2,000. Yeah, exactly. Because I would arguably say it's worth $2,000. Michael, but full self-driving is no longer transferable unless Tesla flip-flops again. Who knows? Yeah, they could bring that back at any moment, and they probably will bring it back at any moment as well. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.